Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here with a 100% achievement/trophy walkthrough for an older game, but a game with some new stuff that'll actually make it a lot easier. And that game is ARK Survival Evolved, and everyone's going to be pretty happy about this. It is available in Game Pass, and the game actually offers 1,500 Gamerscore without the need for purchase of any DLC. As you can tell by the length of the video, this game is pretty short, but I do cut a couple of loading screens and stuff out. And you can estimate that it'll take you roughly 1 hour, but just to be safe, I would recommend having 2 hours just in case the game crashes or you're having some difficulties. Additionally, we will be unlocking the vast majority of achievements during this playthrough using the admin console commands, which means that there is a lot of typing. Now, what I will say is that it is pretty much mandatory that you either connect your Xbox to the Xbox app so that you're able to input commands via your phone, or that you play the latest version of this game on your PC, since it is Play Anywhere. Typing in the commands using a controller is almost impossible, or it'll take you so many hours it probably wouldn't be worth your time. Now, once we're in the main menu, we're ready to start. Go to host/local, and then in this screen, under the General tab on the left-hand side, scroll down using your right stick, and you'll see some checkboxes. What we want to change here from default is make sure that admin logging is turned on. It's already on for me because it's saved from a previous profile, but make sure yours is on. Additionally, you'll want to make sure that show map player location is also on. These are pretty important. In the middle tab, you'll see the story arcs. Make sure that the island is selected, and then what we can do is select play single player, which will lead us into a loading screen. Also, I have put together the video and the audio to this guide. Obviously, I've rearranged some stuff and tried to optimize it to the best of my ability, but this guide still takes heavy influence from the walkthrough on True Achievements written by Sasha Morning. I'll leave a link to that if you'd like to check it out. Thanks to them for writing the guide initially. Now, I've cut out some of the loading screen. It could take as long as 2 or 3 minutes for you if you're running on an older console without an external hard drive, but the loading screen will end with the Create a Character menu. You can feel free to create a character, although it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to leave it default and then press Create New Survivor, which will load me into the game. At this point, what will happen is we will get up and we will start unlocking some achievements. Now, the first thing we're going to do is actually just pause the game and go to the options. And there are a few things you can change here. It's up to you, but it'll make the game run a little bit better. What you want to do is make sure that you turn off motion blur, turn off detail graphics. These two will make the game run better. Now, I also prefer to turn my camera view bob off. It's on by default. And personally, I need to invert my y-axis, so I'll do that as well. Once you're done with these options, make sure you go to save and exit at the top of the screen instead of trying to back out. At this point, we're ready to actually start inputting some console commands. At the pause screen, press X, Y, LB, and RB at the same time. This will open up a admin command box at the top of the pause screen. Once that opens up, you can click the text box and either type these in manually or use your Smart Glass app or your keyboard if you're playing on PC. The first code we'll go for is God. Once you input a code, make sure you click admin command next to that code and resume the game before pausing it again. Then what we'll do is our second code, which is Infinitestats. Again, after we type Infinitestats, we're going to press admin command and we're going to press resume. Don't press admin command more than once, as, for example, doing God mode twice actually erases it. These two codes are just a safety net to make sure that we don't get killed or, we don't accidentally drown or something. Next up, we're actually going to start unlocking some achievements. The first one we're going to go for is the command GiveAllExplorerNotes. These are not case sensitive and they all have to be written as shown. Just make sure that it's one big word, and once you actually use the admin command on this, you'll actually unlock 11 achievements, pretty much all at once. Sometimes the last achievement is a little bit delayed, but just press that admin command and then press resume. There is a chance that your game will pause or freeze for a significant amount of time after certain console commands, so that's completely normal. Just be patient and make sure you keep waiting until you get access back to your controller. Now, I would probably suggest just waiting and allowing all the achievements to unlock before going for our next console command. From now on, I will be using Smart Glass on my phone in order to type in a lot of commands in order to both speed up the video and make my life a lot easier. I'd probably recommend you do the same. The next command we are going to go for, as shown on screen, is admincheat space summon space artifact crate as one word, underscore 1 underscore C. See the screen if you want to see how it's written, or all of these are also available in the YouTube description and as a link on my subreddit. Press admin command and resume, and an artifact will spawn in front of you. Feel free to just copy and paste them from one of these two locations. It'll make your life a little bit easier, and it'll also make sure that you're not making any mistakes by actually typing in every character on your own. Now there are 11 total artifacts, so we're just going to go back to the console commands and edit them in order from 1 to 11, and make sure that you move slightly every time you spawn one so that they don't spawn in the exact same point of space in the game, as I found that can sometimes make it a little bit unstable. So we're going to go through all of them, and instead of rewriting these in my Smart Class app, I'm actually using my controller and then just editing the one character, which changes the number. Each one of these artifacts will be unique, so make sure you spawn all 11, and then I'll rejoin you with commentary in just a few seconds. Once all 11 are spawned, what you want to do is interact with them by pressing Y, and then press the left bumper in order to put this into your actual inventory. They will disappear from your screen, and they will end up in your inventory, which you can see as you interact with all of these. Once all 11 are safely put away, you will unlock the 100-point achievement for getting all of the artifacts in the game, and we're ready to move on. The next achievement I want to go for is for surviving a full day and night. And the cheat for this is cheat space set time of day space 06:30:00 written in the format of an actual time. Make sure yours looks the same as mine looks on screen, and then press the admin command and resume. You'll notice that the sun changes. You can run around, and the achievement may or may not unlock for you. It's totally okay if it doesn't. If it doesn't, just press admin command again and resume, and that'll fast forward it yet one more day. And at that point, you should just walk around and it will unlock. Just keep doing it if it doesn't, but it should unlock no problem after 2 of those console commands. Next, I want to level my character to the maximum level, and the command for this is add experience space 99999999, that is 8 number 9s, space 0, space 0. Enter that command and it'll basically give you a ton of attribute points. To actually level up, you want to resume the game and then press B to open up your character menu. In the middle of your screen, you should see your character, and you should see that you have 104 points available and that you are a level 1. Just start assigning all of your attribute points until you have none left, and your human will reach level 105. You should get some colorful text on your screen, and the achievement for reaching maximum human rank will unlock. Now we are ready to start summoning a couple of dinosaurs. First, we'll want to write the console command summon space rex underscore character underscore BP underscore C. This will spawn us a T-Rex. As soon as it's spawned, you want to resume the game and look directly at the T-Rex. Once looking at the T-Rex, pause the game. Now type in the command do tame. The T-Rex will only be tamed if you are looking directly at it, and that can be noted by the change in its name to the green font color. Feel free to give it a name, but I'm going to completely ignore that for now. The pop on this achievement for me was pretty delayed, but that is pretty normal for this game, so just be patient. At this point, I'm ready to spawn another T-Rex to do something slightly different with it. And what I'm going to do is, again, spawn it by doing the summon space rex underscore character underscore BP underscore C. And once that's typed in, click the admin command, resume as normal. and pause the game while staring directly at the T-Rex. This time, instead of do tame, we're going to do a slightly different command. The command we're going to go for here is force tame as one word. This will automatically put a saddle on it as well, which we'll be able to ride. So we're going to do force tame, press that admin command. If the text of the dinosaur changed to green, it means we were successful and he is now friendly. Walk up to one of its legs and press Y to ride it. At this point, you should get an achievement for riding a dinosaur and a separate one for riding a T-Rex. So just allow both of those to pop, and we're still going on our way here. The next dinosaur type I want to summon is the console command summon space gigant underscore character underscore BP underscore C. Again, you can grab any of these console commands from the YouTube description or from the Reddit post that I'll link down below as well, or try to just grab them off the screen, although that will be a little bit harder later on in the game. After you spawn the gigant, you're going to want to pause the game while looking directly at it, and then do the command force tame again. So, staring at it, we're going to pause. We're going to do force tame. This will allow it to become friendly, it will become tamed, and it will be rideable. So once we tame it and have the character's name turn green, walk up to its hind foot and press Y to ride, unlocking an achievement for specifically riding this type of dinosaur. This one I believe was also a slightly delayed pop for me, so just be patient. If you want to do a quick achievement check to make sure that you're following along, we are at 18 out of 33 for 490 out of 1,500. Next, we're going to spawn a different type of dinosaur, and that is the Patero, or the pterodactyl, I guess. The command for this one is summon space Patero underscore character underscore BP underscore C, as shown on screen. We're also going to have to force tame this one, so make sure you don't let it fly away as it spawns in. And then while looking at it, pause and do a force tame. This will allow us to ride the pterodactyl, which we'll need to do in order to uncover the map. We're also going to use the pterodactyl here in order to get a maximum level beast. So once the pterodactyl is summoned and forced, ride it with Y. And then we'll need to actually do a couple of things to the dinosaur. So I'm going to retype the God and Infinitestats cheats. These cheats will apply to the pterodactyl and not to your character. And this will just allow the pterodactyl to fly without having to worry about stamina. And you don't have to worry about getting attacked and having it get lost or die. So I'm going to type in those two. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do add experience 99999999. That's 8 nines. Add experience, with the 9s, space 0, space 0. This will add experience to the dinosaur and not to my character. So I'm going to click admin command and then resume. And in order to apply these attribute points, I'm going to press X. And in the middle, you'll see that the attributes are now linked to the dinosaur. Instead of it saying you, it says them. And it'll say what level the dinosaur is. Just attribute the stats in whatever way you want until they reach level 75. I'm going to be doing it until they reach level like 94 just because I got a little bit press happy. And it'll say once you back up from this screen that you have successfully done that, and you should get the achievement called Maximum Dinosaur for reaching maximum rank of a dinosaur. Now next up, what we're going to do is maybe a little bit complicated, but there is a command called slow-mo. And then the number after slow-mo, the higher it is, the faster your game is. You can put something like 5 or 10 here. I'm going to put 40, which makes the game 40 times faster than normal. It makes it extremely difficult to control, but it allows us to fly around the map at insane speeds. You might want to adjust your slow-mo to a lower speed if you think this is too fast for you. Once you have slow-mo turned on, what you want to do is click the right bumper in order to go into first-person mode. Then, very quickly tap the back button, which will bring up the map, which you can only view in first-person mode. Now what we need to do is fly around the map and uncover 80% of it. All you need to do is just aim the pterodactyl where you want it to fly, and if it does ever touch the ground, press A to have it leave the ground. You can fly as high as you need. Again, because my slow-mo is so high, it is very difficult to control. Basically, paint the map until you have 80% of it painted, and you'll get an achievement for uncovering a certain percentage of the map. The faster the slow-mo variant you have here, the faster you can uncover the map, but the harder it will be to control. Additionally, click in the left stick in order to basically like sprint. It'll make you go a little bit faster. I preferred going around the outside edges and then coloring in the middle, but you may have a slightly different approach. Just keep painting until you get 80% and the achievement unlocks. Once the achievement unlocks, you want to find a big open area, as we'll be spawning in a bunch of dinosaurs, and you probably also want to go back to slow-mo 1, which is just default speed. So go to your default speed, enter that, and then find an open field just to land at for the next little section. It doesn't really have to be like crazy big. It can be a small beach like the one below me. Now that we are on foot, what we're going to work on is the 3 main bosses of the game. You'll get an achievement for each, and you'll get a 4th achievement for having all of them killed. What we'll do is we'll open up the console command and type in summon space spider L underscore character underscore BP underscore C. Use the admin command and resume the game. Once the spider spawns, just let it run around for approximately 10 to 15 seconds. If you kill it too quickly, the game doesn't recognize that it was alive in the first place, and I've noticed from my experimenting that the achievement just never unlocks. Now, this spider will send out mini spiders to try to kill you, and we're just going to kill everything on the screen pretty much at the same time. You can kill the individual targets by using a basic kill command. Instead, I'm going to use the command kill AoE, which is area of effect, and then space dinos, that's what we're going to be killing, and then space 5000, that is the area of effect. Kill AoE, space dinos, space 5000. It should kill all of the boss and the mini bosses around you, and you should unlock your achievement for Veteran Survivor for killing the first Guardian. Now we're going to go for the second Guardian, and in order to do that, what we need to do is use the command summon gorilla underscore character underscore BP underscore C. We'll repeat the same process as the boss before, letting it spawn, giving it around 10 to 15 seconds to run around while all of them attack you, and then we will do the kill AoE dinos 5000 command just to eliminate everything from our screen. This should give you the achievement for defeating the second Guardian as well, and then we have our third one to go right after. Last but not least, we have to summon the Dragon Boss. Now keep in mind there is a very specific difference from the Dragon Boss's code, so make sure you just copy and paste it exactly. And the code is summon space dragon underscore character underscore BP underscore boss underscore C. If you don't include the boss command, you will spawn a dragon, but this will not count. Once the dragon spawns, I'm going to just let it spawn on my screen. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit of time. It may try to fly around. It may have a couple of enemies around it. If it does fly away, just pause the game before it gets too far away and input your kill command. I waited approximately 10 to 15 seconds like I mentioned with the previous bosses, just to make sure that the game gave me the credit I needed. And then I just copy and pasted that kill AoE dinos 5000 command, and the dragon was killed. And there might be some mini dragons around it as well. It kind of depends on, I think, where you spawn it. I'm not exactly sure. And then that should give you the achievement for defeating the third Guardian. And it'll also give you another achievement for defeating all 3 of the main Guardians. So you should get 2 achievements to pop once you kill the dragon, assuming you've already killed the spiders and the gorilla as well. Now, I'm going to quickly do a achievement check just to make sure that you have been following along if you want to check your progress and make sure you're at the same point of the game as me. I'm at 24 out of 33 and have 940 out of 1500. Now, the next achievement we're going for is for taming all dinosaurs. This one involves a total of 90 commands as shown on screen. We can, however, do 10 commands at a time by using the batch process. Basically, all of these characters are going to be available either in the YouTube description or on the subreddit for you to copy and paste. You'll have 9 blocks, and in each block there are 10 dinosaurs. So we're going to be spawning 10 dinosaurs at a time Each of them will spawn in tamed, and we have to get all 90 of the dinosaurs in the game to be tamed in our like little collection encyclopedia. And once all of them are in there, we will unlock an achievement for taming all of the monsters. So as soon as you copy and paste the first batch of 10 and accept the console command, you'll be brought up with a text box that asks you to name all of them. This text box is a little bit glitchy. Just keep pressing down and A to excuse the text boxes. There's basically 10 boxes layered on top of each other, and you need to just accept them in order for them to go away. After they're all gone, just take a step to your side and start the second batch command. Go through all 9 of the batches following this order. All you want to do is take the batch, copy and paste it, do the admin command, resume your game, you know, get rid of all of the name your dinosaur boxes, and then go on to the next batch. The one thing I will note here is that the more dinosaurs you spawn, the worse the game runs. If you have all 90 dinosaurs up at once, there is a chance that your game will crash. So the only one thing I would recommend is that after your 4th or 5th batch of commands, you may want to just do a kill AoE dinos 5000 command, which will kill all of the dinosaurs that are alive and near you. This will basically make them despawn and make the game more stable. So I am going to be fast forwarding a little bit here, as you know, copy and pasting it on the phone doesn't really result in any actual gameplay happening on screen. But you can see that I'm grabbing these console commands from somewhere else. I'm putting them in the text box. Once all of the dinosaurs spawn, you'll actually see the names of the dinosaur breeds that are spawning. Make sure you don't double click the admin command, or else you will spawn 20 dinosaurs and it'll really lag up your game. And again, like I mentioned, after a couple here, I've noticed my game's kind of chugging along a little bit. We're going to do the kill AoE command just to erase the dinosaurs off my screen. And then I'm going to go for the other 4 or 5 batches I have left. Once I've done all 9 batches of 10 commands for a total of 90 unique dinosaur breeds, the achievement for, I believe, is called Master Tamer. That will unlock. I believe it's worth 100 Gamerscore. This is probably the longest and most involved one in the game in terms of putting in those commands. And if you were to want to type these manually using a controller, good luck to you. That is fine. You can try to type them from the links I have provided down below. Keep in mind, if you make one mistake, the console command may not work. And if you misspell one of the dinosaur names, it won't spawn that dinosaur. And then you'll have to figure out which dinosaur you're missing. Again, good luck with that. But once you have all of them, I don't want to scare you. It's actually pretty easy. Once you have all of them, the achievement unlocks, and we can go for the last couple of achievements, and we're almost done. So once we grab that Master Zoologist, I'm now going to visit the lowest and highest points of the game. And this is going to be done by a specific command called cheat space set player pause, like position, but just the first 3 letters, space. And for the first one, we're going to have to input the 3 coordinates. They are 0 space 340,000 space negative 49,000. Once you enter that, you should spawn into a new area. It may take a little bit longer if you are running on an older console or don't have the game installed on an external. But once it loads in, you'll be at the bottom of a deep, deep lake, and you may have to move around a little bit in order for the game to trigger that you are in the correct spot, but you will unlock the achievement for the lowest depths. Now all we're going to do is change the coordinates in order to reach the highest peak of the entire game. And the set player position for this starts with negative 97,500, space, negative 51,700, space, 46,000, as shown on screen. Once you enter that and use the console command and then press resume, what should happen is you should spawn at the top of a large mountain. Again, this may take a while if you are have a slightly different setup than me, you are watching my console in real time. As soon as you do spawn, you may have to run around a little bit on top of this mountain to make sure that the game triggers that you are in the perfect position, but after about 5 or 10 seconds up here, you should unlock the achievement for highest peak. Now at this point, what we're going to do is we are going to complete the game on the easy, medium, and hard difficulty. And what we need to do for that is a very specific console command, which can sometimes be a little bit weird. I would recommend copy and pasting it, or make sure you type it exactly how shown, including the case sensitivity. Now, the console command we're going to start with is called player command space AB ascend 1. But the A in AB and the A in ascend are both capitalized. I wasn't able to get this to work without that exact match. As soon as you enter this console command, the game will actually end. Congratulations, you just beat ARK on the easiest difficulty, and you've earned an achievement for doing so. Now this will kick you right back to the main menu, and all we're going to do is we're going to go back to host and local. We're going to click play single player game. We are going to wait on a load screen, and once given a survivor, we're going to download the survivor we already had, and then spawn that survivor. He should spawn back at the beach where we first started. And now we need to do this 2 more times, and the player commands are just AB ascend 2 and AB ascend 3. So if you pause the game, you will need to reopen the console commands by doing the X, Y, LB, and RB buttons at the same time, and then change that 1 for a 2. Enter that console command, and you'll be kicked out to the main menu again, this time for beating the game on the medium difficulty. Last but not least, we're going to just redo that entire process: host local, play single player game, download survivor, get inside the game, and then player command AB ascend 3. This will give you an achievement for completing the game on the hardest difficulty. I believe those 3 achievements are actually directly tied to the title update achievements, but we're going to need them anyways as we're looking to get the entire Gamerscore. At this point, we should have 30 out of 33, but one of the achievements we have are just for getting all the achievements, so we really only have 2 things left to do. What we want to do is from the main menu, go back and select play single player, pick a random character, and now we're going to give ourselves an illness and an antidote. So the first thing we want is we want the antidote in our inventory, and the player command here is GFI space cure low space 1 space 0 space 0 as shown on screen. When you enter this console command and press resume, you should see on the left side of the screen that you have been given a lesser potion into your inventory, or a lesser antidote. Once you have the antidote, we actually have to get infected by the Leech. So there is a different console command for this as well. Feel free to copy and paste this one. It is a little bit iffy sometimes, but the console command is cheat space summon space Leech underscore character underscore diseased underscore C. And as soon as you spawn this Leech, what should happen is it will kind of show up in front of you, and then it should attack you and latch onto you. It will only latch onto you if you don't have God mode enabled, which you shouldn't, because we just entered from the main menu and we haven't re-entered those cheats, so we have kind of the default setup. Once the Leech is attached to us, give it about 10 seconds, and you will notice that there is a toxic icon in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and the game should have recognized that you are diseased. Now what you want to do is press B and go to your inventory and find the lesser antidote. It should either be at the very, very bottom or at the bottom of the normal items before the cosmetic items. Click on the right trigger in order to consume this antidote, and it should replace the toxic icon in the bottom right corner with the antidote icon, and you should get the achievement Cure All for curing yourself of swamp fever. Once you do this, it should be all of the default 1000 in the game, so you should also unlock the Apex Predator achievement for unlocking all achievements. Last but not least, we need to reach the center. It's just called Reach the Center. So we're going to actually back up to the main menu. We actually need to load a slightly different mode. Go to host/local, and in the middle tab, select Custom Arcs and select the center. Here, what we need to do is press play single player, and you will need to actually create a new character for this mode specifically. So wait for the the loading screen, which is actually a little bit shorter, and then just download, create any new survivor that you are comfortable with. I'm going to be starting from scratch just to make it more simple. Now you'll spawn and you'll notice this giant ARK in front of us. That's something to keep an eye on. Don't turn around and get lost. But open up the console command, and we're going to start with our 2 defaults. We're going to enter in God mode, and we're going to enter in Infinitestats. So God, make sure you only use the admin command once, as if you use it twice, you will erase it and then die to the boss. And for Infinitestats, you can technically click this one as many times as you want, but just to be safe, put it in, admin command it once, and then resume. Now, next up, I'm going to do Slow-Mo 5. This allows me to move a lot faster, and we're going to be crafting a portal, which takes, I think, 45 seconds. It just speeds up that process. But once you have Slow-Mo 5, what you want to do is run forward and to the ARK directly in front of us, and then stand up on the podium. And once on this podium, we need to give ourselves 6 items. Now, the actual commands for these items are very intricate, and I'm not going to spell them out to you because the likelihood you'd make a mistake or that I would make a mistake saying them is very high. You're going to just copy and paste all 6 of these. Every time you accept one of these, it should very quickly, because we are running at 5 times speed, there should be a blink on the left of the screen letting you know that you got a new item. And if you open up your inventory, you should have an artifact for every single time you do this. There are a total of 6 we will need to give ourselves. So just input the commands by using that copy and paste, or if you're on PC, even easier and even faster. And once you are ready, you can either open up your inventory or walk forward and interact with the terminal. I'll rejoin you in commentary in just a second when I do that. So now that I have all 6, I can go into the game and check my inventory to make sure I have them. They'll be at the bottom of the left side of the screen. And I can interact with the terminal in order to transfer them. So walk forward and press Y. Then go to each of the artifacts at the bottom and hold A on them, and they'll transfer from the left side of the screen all the way to the right side of the screen where it says Tribute. Transfer all 6, and you should notice that you have most of the things complete for the green portal on the left, or on the right side of the screen, sorry. The only thing is we are not level 70 because this is a new character. So I'm just going to go to Add Experience, space, and then I'm going to put the number 9 8 times, space 0, space 0. This just gives me a metric ton of experience, and then I can open up my inventory. I can go to the middle of the screen, and I can just add those attributes until I'm level 70. Again, I need to be level 70 in order to craft this specific item. So once I'm level 70 or higher, back up to the game, access that terminal, and you should now be able to craft the easy green portal, the green engram. I believe the command is X. It should show in the top left of the screen. And once you do that, a timer will start. The timer will move more quickly if you have Slow-Mo 5 enabled, and you'll be teleported to a boss room. You should be able to walk forward. However, if you can't, go into the admin command and type in fly, and then just fly up and away from where you got stuck. I'm just going to be running because it's working. Run forward to the right and follow the path. Down at the bottom of the hill, you should see a gorilla and a spider, and we just need to kill both of these. You can use the simple kill command to kill the bosses themselves, but I'm just going to use the kill AOE Dinos 5000 command, as this will kill all of the little mini bosses that are around me too, so to make sure they don't get in the way or, you know, make my life a little bit more difficult. So once you kill the gorilla, do the same thing for the spider. The console command should be saved in there already, so you're just going to open it up and click it, resume. That is both of the bosses done, and that should be your final achievement in the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video was a lot of work, actually. It might not seem like it, but I wanted to optimize it as best as possible and test all of the little problems the game has. So if it was helpful, I would really appreciate a like. Special thank you to everyone on Patreon who supports the channel and makes videos like this one possible. Shout out to Double O. Thank you so much for watching. Share the video with a friend, and hopefully I see you soon. Peace!